Namaste everyone. Today we will discuss about the chapter Legislature part 2. Earlier we have discussed about the part 1 of the chapter Legislature. In previous class we already discussed about the topic why we need parliament, powers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the topic how bill become a law or who has power to make the law. Before starting, we will recall the important terms of this chapter. Let's begin with the first term, that is veto power. Students, the president has veto power by which he can withhold or refuse to give assent to bills other than money bill passed by the parliament. The president can send the bill back to the parliament asking it to reconsider the bill, and students, this veto power is limited because if the parliament passes the same bill again and send it back to the president, then the president has to give assent to that bill. However, there is no mention in the constitution within which the president must send the bill for reconsideration. This means that the president just keep the bill pending with him without any time limit. This is referred as pocket veto. Next is simple majority. Simple majority means a majority in which the highest number of votes cast for any one candidate or in parliament. This refers to a majority of more than 50% of members present and voting. So students, this is known as simple majority. Next is absolute majority. It refers to a majority of more than 50% of the total membership of Lok Sabha, that is 545. And here absolute majority in Lok Sabha means 50% of 545 plus 1. We will consider 272.5. We will consider 272 and we will add here 1, that is 273. So this is absolute majority. Now, the next topic is how bill become law or who has power to make law. Law-making power based in MLAs in state and MPs in center, and we elected them MLAs and MPs directly. In the state, directly elected MLAs makes laws in Vidhan Sabha, and in center, directly elected MPs makes laws in parliament. And you all know parliament has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha known as lower house and Rajya Sabha known as upper house. Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people and Rajya Sabha members are elected by indirect method of PR system. So they have different powers of law making. But parliament is a supreme legislative body because its laws are implemented in entire country, and obviously the laws of particular Vidhan Sabha of particular state is implemented only on that state. Students, this is briefly mentioned in the 7th schedule of the Constitution. So students, here subject mentioned in the union list, center government makes laws example, defense, foreign affairs, foreign trade, banking, etc. And second is state list. The subject mentioned in the state list, the state government makes laws, for example, agriculture, police, public health, trade, etc. And the next is concurrent list. The subject mentioned in the concurrent list, center and state, both government can make laws, for example, education, trade union, forest, etc. Now we will see the lawmaking process of central government. In the lawmaking process, first it begins with public demand or ideology of any party or community, etc. Then this idea will write in the form of document. This is called bill, which have all information about law. Then bill will introduce in any house, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And after passing in both the houses and after assent of the president, the bill becomes the law. And these laws implemented by the executives means IAS officers. Basically, there are two types of bill, public bill and private bill. Public bill is also known as government bill and introduced by ministers. For example, students, defense minister introduced defense related bill and finance minister introduced money related bills. Whereas students' private bill introduced by non-minister MPs and generally introduced by opposition. Moreover, there are 4 types of bills passed in the parliament. That is ordinary bill and the money bill, financial bill and the constitutional amendment bill. In the next lecture, we will discuss about all these types of bills.